Coulomb's law. We know that what is the Coulomb's law for electrostatics? What is the statement? The force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges, and that is the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges is directly proportional to the product of their magnitude of charges and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. So what is the diagram? This is the first charge, second charge separated by the distance r, and then what is the final expression? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. So where this is the constant of proportionality using electrostatics. And what is the epsilon naught? Very good, permittivity of free space. And what is the value? 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. So similarly, we can also explain the Coulomb's law for magnetism. So there are the two pole strength separated by the distance r, means two magnetic poles having pole strength and they are separated by the distance r. So what is the law for? That is force of attraction or repulsion between the two pole strength. And what is the product? That is product of their pole strength and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Simple. And what is the constant of proportionality? That is mu 0 upon 4 pi, that is m1 m2 divided by r square. So this is the Coulomb's law. Simple. Okay. Next, where mu 0 upon 4 pi, that is the constant, remember 10 minus 7. What is the value of 9? That is 9 into 10 raised to 9. So similarly, remember the constant value, that is 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, so therefore what is the value of mu naught? That is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Next, question mark. What is the SI unit? Can you calculate the SI unit by using this formula? So what is the SI unit for force? That is Newton. One pole strength having SI unit is ampere meter. So now there is a 2 square, so it becomes ampere square. And what is the SI unit of r square? That is meter square. Get cancelled. A square goes to denominator, that is Newton per. Very good. And it is called permeability of free space. Permeability of free space or vacuum. Simple. So this is the Coulomb's law. Easy, eh? Last time. What is the statement? So now whenever n pole and s pole of two magnets and n pole and n pole, so what happened between them? That is, which type of force is present between them? That is repulsion. And which type of force present between n and s? That is attractive. This is attractive. Next, what is the magnetism and the Gauss law? So first tell me what is the statement of Gauss law for electrostatics. This is the mathematical statement for Gauss law. So now Gauss law gives the relationship between charge and electric flux. Charge and electric flux. So similarly, we have to study the Gauss law or apply the Gauss law for magnetism. So very simple, we draw the diagram of one magnet, that is S pole and N pole. And we know that outside how the magnetic line of forces are traveling, that is from N to S, and inside from, okay, can monopole exist? No. Okay, so very simple, Gauss law. What is the Gauss law? Same statement, we have to replace the E by B. So that is phi of B magnetic flux equal to integral magnetic field over the closed surface is equal to, answer is 0. So the observation is the net magnetic flux over closed surface is 0. Why it is 0? Very simple. Look at. So for study of Gauss law, we have to draw the first Gaussian surface. And what is the Gaussian surface? Imaginary close. Okay, very good. So now consider any one of the poles. So we consider south pole and draw the one Gaussian surface. So it is dotted line. We draw the dotted line. So this is the Gaussian surface. So what is your observation? Our observation, total number of magnetic line of forces entering and total number of magnetic line of forces leaving are same. So therefore net magnetic flux over the closed loop is 0. Net magnetic flux over the closed loop is 0. So this is a very simple observation. So therefore remember phi of B equal to 0. Why it is 0? Because monopole is not exist. What happen in case of electrostatics? When we consider the rod and the electric field is produced, so now the magnetic line of forces start from this. So having infinite, if we consider the any one of the charge, that is plus charge, so what is the electric line of forces? They are infinite. Electric line of forces, they are infinite. But what happen in case of magnets? They form closed loop. Why? There are the two poles. We cannot separate. Monopole, that is monopole is not exist. So if monopole is not exist, so that is whenever we draw the Gaussian surface at any pole, either N pole or S pole, always observation, total number of magnetic line of forces passing, that is entering, and which is equal to exactly total number of magnetic line of forces leaving. So what is the net magnetic flux? That is 0. So according to that we can say that, so Gauss law for magnetism implies that, so monopole is not exist. If it is not exist, so what is the main statement? The main statement is there are the two poles. They are unlike, but strength is same. So for N that is plus M and for S that is minus M. Strength same, but they are unlike. That is opposite. So this is the simple form of Gauss law for magnetism. Zala simple. चलो लिहून घ्या आता. First heading, Gauss law for magnetism.